working there, sometimes someone will be like, oh, don't worry, you have my patients. I don't know how my patients behave. So I don't think it's just the stigma. I think it is the knowledge and the understanding. So you see, before you see them bringing a child to the psychiatric hospital for assessment, it's either the child has been referred or the mother is seeing something extreme. Those are the instances that you see them bringing the child to for assessment. And most assessments are even done outside the psychiatric hospital. Most of the assessments are done in the assessment centers and the organizations that actually take care of persons with disabilities. Okay. But now, due to publicity, due to education, people are becoming aware of their children. So if you see your child doing anything extra or going beyond what we are all seeing because there's education, people can even ask somebody what autism is as a person. Or even if the person cannot explain, the person might have heard what autism is. And it's actually helping people to bring their children for assessments. Now teachers are being trained on how to assess a child. If you are in a classroom with a child and you are seeing anything like a child, any behavior that doesn't look like a regular child. So I think the teachers are helping out to bring out these people for proper assessments to be done for the diagnosed population.
Okay, but for somebody who hasn't gone through this education, is it easy to spot somebody with autistic traits?
Initially it was no, but initially you have to do diagnosing autism at the age of teenage before. It is not obvious. It is obvious, but we are refusing to accept the fact. Because a child with autism, we know that autism is not a physical condition. Autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder. So as your brain grows, so we expect that by the time you are 2 years, you should be doing this. By the time you are 3 years, even our weighing books, the book that we go for weighing with, it has a developmental part in it. So at every time it's being checked, then the teacher is asking you, is your child talking? Is your child doing this? We are only assessing to see if the child is hitting the right milestone at every point in time. So if you notice that your child is having a communication problem at a particular age, you see that your child is not able to interact with peers, you see that your child behavior, you will definitely see it. But our should I say, the understanding, the acceptance is not there. People are not willing to accept the fact that my child has a condition. Even if you are telling the parents, so when we were writing the basic education certificate examination, we were moving from one school to another school. Even at the near looking at one particular child, you can see that this child has a problem. And even the teachers were encouraging the parent to send the child to assessment so that they can, work around reasonable accommodations for the child. And the parents were still saying, no, there was nothing wrong with the child. God forbid, no, my child is okay. So it's not just only about the stigma. Maybe it's the stigma that they are worried. We don't want people to know that they have such children. But I think the understanding and the acceptance is not there.
Okay, before we wrap up on this conversation, you will tell us or teach us how to accept some of these conditions. But I'll place the focus now on Noah. You are the only man in our midst, and you have a child with autism and cerebral palsy. How did you find out about this?
Okay, thank you very much. It all started with a shock because from the beginning, I have been seeing it around the hospitals. Anytime I go to the hospitals, I've been seeing it around it. I find it difficult to believe that this thing does exist, but until it happens to me one day. When I noticed from the childbirth of my son, and from the month of, from 3 months to 4 months,
Sorry.
supposed to see. Actually, when you put the child down, supposed to see. As for me,
You have to
myself,
come this side.
I'm a construction worker, so I've been going to work all the time. But the mother is with the child. So I knew nothing about